How are you, friends? This is Chris from Second Chance Credit. Today I wanted to do another video for Credits for Couples by Chris Colston. Today I wanted to talk about couples financings. When a couple gets together and they're happy, they want to share a lot of their finances. So what they do is that they open up a checking account together. They deposit a little bit of money, or they deposit their whole checking account and they're both of them into one checking account, right? And then all the bills starts getting paid out of there. As the relationship grows on, they now get a credit card together, right? They either apply for one together, that's called a joint credit card, or they add each other to their credit cards. That's called an authorized user. There's difference between a joint account and an authorized user. A joint account is an account that you apply together with each other, and an authorized user is one that you add a person to an existing account. Also, as well, a lot of couples will now go and purchase an automobile together, right? They want to help out their husband, or they want to help out their wife with the finances. Probably one person has better credit, they could get a lower interest rate, or vice versa. So they go and buy something together. And then the biggest purchase that couples do together as well is they purchase a home. They get into a mortgage together. So now what happens is, anytime that you do something with another person, now you're adding more responsibility to yourself. You're adding more debt to yourself, right? But here's the big problem. What happens if that relationship that you've had for a year, 2 years, 5 years, 15 years, 20 years, right, now breaks up? Or you guys separate. You mutually guys separate. You say, hey, I'm going to go do something else, What happens then? What happens with those loans? What happens with those credit cards? How are you going to be able to part ways with those loans? The best way to do it, as far as the credit cards, if you did open up a credit card together as a joint account, you need to fully pay off that account and you need to close it. All right? For the authorized user, you just contact that creditor and you said, I do not want this person any longer to be an authorized user to this account, and then that person will be off of it. So you will not be responsible for their purchases and they cannot use that. Now, for an automobile loan, if you're financing an automobile, you have to go in and pay off the automobile. So you could either write out a check, pay it off, or you could trade it in to a dealership and buy something else yourself or your mate, or you can sell it on your own. Okay? That's the only way you could get out of that. So that loan has to be satisfied. If you have a lease on an automobile, you either have to go and trade in that automobile and get another one, or you need to sell it. One of the best places to sell automobiles, I'll give you a check right there, is CarMax. So it's easy and it's fast. Now, or you could refinance the automobile as well. Just thought about that right now. You could go and refinance. A couple of banks do the refinances. A couple of the credit unions do great refinances. For the mortgage now, okay, the only way you can get yourself, if you have a joint account with your partner on that, either you got to sell the home or you got to refinance the home and put it to that person's name. So either you're going to stay with the home or your partner's going to stay with the home. They got to refinance it. But remember, if they're going to refinance it, they need to qualify for that loan. If you need to refinance your automobile, that person needs to qualify for the loan. Now, if none of these things are going to happen, now what happens is that if that person needs to be making payments on that loan and they're late on it, now you're going to be late on it. Now you're going to have those negative remarks. So you got to be very careful with that. One of my best advices is check your credit, analyze Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, see exactly which accounts are yours, so which credit cards are yours, which credit cards are you joint, which credit cards are you an authorized user, if your automobile, if you're in it by yourself, or is it a joint account, or if the mortgage, if you're only on the mortgage or you're only on the title. These are things you gotta be doing actively so that when you do part ways, with that person. When you do part ways with your partner, is a parting ways that everybody is doing it at the best of the best. For any questions, friends, this is Chris, Second Chance Credit. This is Credit for Couples by Chris Colston. Thank you very much. Have a great day.